with my shirt. I haven't even made it 1 mile and I'm drenched. At least we're almost there. But then it feels forever. So close, yet so far away. Right now, it is about 92 degrees. At this moment, it is about 5:15. No, 5:35. I'm sorry. It's already 5:35. Oh my God. Normally you should be going up this at 4 in this kind of heat. So there is a significant danger that I could die. If you see this video, I almost certainly did not. So that should give you an idea. I am carrying 6 liters of water, which will barely be enough. So we will see. Right now, the single most important thing I need to do is test the first couple of miles going up this thing. That will probably decide whether I do the whole thing. The point of no return for me right now will be, well, there's emergency box 1, which will be what's like 3 or 4 miles away. So we will see. Right now we have started our hike. So it is so late that I don't even need my headlight that I brought. The temperature here in Palm Springs will rise to about 115, 120 degrees. The worst part of this hike is about to happen, and that is the sun. As you can see, the sun will be facing us throughout our entire rise. What does that mean? That means I will be exposed for hours upon hours upon hours. So there are 2 strategies here. 1, hurry the hell up. Get up as high in altitude as you can. Get up to about 5,000 to 7,000 feet. Well, actually, the whole point though is gain elevation as soon as possible. I think at 5 is when death is no longer as crazy, or the danger is not as intense. Problem is, if I go too fast, the intensity will be too high. I will dehydrate. So this is a very careful balancing act. If I go too fast, I'll dehydrate and die. With the heat, yes, not even the 6 liters will save me. I guarantee you that. So if I go too slow, which I'm actually thinking I should just go slow, keep my heart rate from hitting 130. Honestly, on a number of the times that I've actually climbed this, my heart rate usually will hover around 110, but that's when the weather's cold. I did it in November once, and yeah, that was as I said, my heart rate was hovering around 110. There'd be times I'd hit 120, but most of the time I was there. So I think I should maintain that heart rate, which if you're looking at me right now, I'm already at 120. That's not good. So I have to look at all those things. As I say again, the risk of death is great. I have 6 liters. That's what most of my backpack is, as a matter of fact. Here's some more water. And it's still only 6 liters. make it up to the 10 miles where I can refill, and I almost certainly will once I get up there. So but as you can see, I already gained a little altitude. As a matter of fact, the first 2 miles going up this thing are quite tough, which in a way is good, because this way I get it over with early. So why, oh why am I doing it like this? Well, first of all, I actually got up at about 2 a.m. And today I had not even planned this hike. It wasn't even on my radar, particularly because of the heat. But somehow, when I got up at 2, I actually felt one of those weird feelings. I felt like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to sleep that well today. So I should just go. And I already had the idea that today, being the last of my workout days, I thought, well, you know what? I will just stop, go for a little hike. Maybe Cucamonga, maybe something else like that. So that was actually, nothing was set in stone. But I thought, one of those. So, what is up with the pull-up bar? Normally, I would do some pull-ups. But right now, I'm even more and more now thinking, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to try another mile, one more. I'm 98% certain I'm not going to do this. Given how much I'm sweating, and the sun isn't even out yet, barely coming out. Once the sun actually starts to hit, I'm going to die. Now, you may be like, well, don't most people that die on the way back down? Yes. That's why I'm only going to do about a mile more, like 2 miles. So 1 up or 2 up and 2 down. And already that's going to be dangerous. Yes, I will be coming back down. Now remember, from here, there are still, 8.5 miles to go. My biggest concern is that at the rate that I'm sweating, I still have most of my water. This is the only one I've been drinking, and I'm halfway through. That's not telling you much, because there are times when I may actually not drink as much as I need. And this is probably one of those times. So, yeah, I will come back, but hell, I think I should just go to the 1 mile, because I'm just trying to see how much I struggle on the way to the benches. I haven't even reached the damn benches. And how much time? 40 minutes. Wow. Yeah. This is a whole different beast entirely. From when the temperature is not so bad. See, if there were shade, I could do it. Although right now, as I said, I'm absolutely soaked, and the sun hasn't even come out. Once the sun is out, that infrared radiation is just gonna double my sweat rate. I may sweat so fast that I'll cramp up even while I drink. I don't want that. I need an extra buffer. Here are the benches. So 6.9 miles. Yeah. There's a reason I have seen a few people, actually. I've seen a few folks, but they look like runners, because I know there's a trail here. There's a trail that just doesn't go all the way up. So it kind of crosses with this one. Like it goes up for like 2 or 3 miles. So, which way? Yeah. Think about it. No. Don't. See, I'm sharing with you right now my bad decisions. And also, I am a little bit irrational, and I will push and do crazy things. But even I, at some point, will take a step back. Try to be a little self-aware and ask, is this really possible? Probably not. No, not probably. Very likely not. See, at this moment, if my sweat rate like this continued at this rate, I could probably still make it to the top with this sweat rate, and I'd be cramping. That's the thing, with my current sweat rate, I could make it up to the top, and I'd be cramping. I'd be in kind of bad shape. And my perception, my mind right now, I'm sharing my feelings. My perception is that, why don't we try it? This is the sweat rate that I'm doing. Of course, my rational brain is like, no, genius. In about 30 minutes, the sun is going to get really busy on you. It has not even done anything yet. And this is how you're sweating. Once the sun starts hammering you, your sweat rate will double. And you won't even make it up. You'll cramp at about the 7-mile mark. Now, that presents a dilemma. I could survive up to the 7-mile mark. Once I hit the 7-mile mark, I'm by the trees. I could hide in the trees. Here's the problem is, again, I'm doing all these things for survival. I could even suffer kidney damage. I may not die. I could suffer kidney damage. Permanent. And I actually would like to keep my kidneys fully functioning. So, and once I'm starting to think of all the other possibilities, that's when I'm like, yeah, it's time to. The thing is, it also hurts my pride. I tell you, again, I share because many people who go on hikes, maybe that's why they die. Because once you're pushing, it is so hard on your soul to give up, to turn back down. I can tell you right now, I don't want to turn back. At this moment, my legs do not want to turn around. It's hard to describe how much pain the very thought of turning around invokes in my head. I absolutely do not want. Yay! We got a little bit of rain, and the skies are cloudy. How much? I don't know. But if this continues for at least an hour, I might just make it up. So, let's see. Because all I need is one more hour of coverage. and I might be able to make it up. Barely. Not so much the rain as the clouds covering the sun. So let's see. Does feel good. So here's rescue box 1. Oh, so no vegan food. Sure. Okay. Let's keep going. I consider getting out of 3,000 feet, getting out of the death zone. But the sun, right now it's still a bit cloudy, but the sun will come out for like periods of 10 or 15 minutes. And even that just absolutely bakes me. So there's still danger. Trust me, there is still danger. I am by no means in the clear. Not even. Hell, I'm not even 1/5 of the way up there. Or through this hike, I mean. So that should give you an idea. This is, as a matter of fact, I haven't really made too many videos because I need to conserve my energy. So my primary strategy right now on the way up is I gotta beat the sun rising while at the same time I can't go fast. So I need to take it easy. So I go kind of at what I would call my easy but not too slow pace. Yeah, see? That's just me being tired. Oh, I gotta go, like I said, at my easy but not too slow pace. But I can't stop. Haven't taken any breaks, except right now. Now let's keep going. My sweat rate seems to have stabilized. It's not as bad as it was in the first mile, but I'm still sweating a lot. Look at me. So, but my water consumption, I'm trying to keep it at a little over a liter for 2 miles. How well will that hold up? I don't know. That's where I'm just trying to keep my intensity low enough so that I don't sweat too much. And hope the sun, here it comes again, more baking. Okay, so that should give you an idea. There you get to see the world. Look at the little... See them? So at about 3,000 feet of altitude, we started getting these chaparrals, I think they're called. Well, chaparral is not a specific plant usually. I think it's the kinds of plants. But these are chaparral. So, thought I'd show you. At least a little, so you get to see. Also these prickly bushes. Or prickly... whatever you call those things. These... Although thankfully, the people who maintain the trails have cut the tips off of most of them because those things are quite ornery when they have the little picks on them. So, I tried to give you more coverage of my suffering. But, as I said, right now, actual survival is more important. That's why I haven't really done much. Okay. But what have I done? I've gone slow as I can, without becoming inefficient. Because if you go too slow, you're also inefficient. So you got to kind of go at what I guess you would call a take it easy pace. You shouldn't stop. As I said, as the sun gets higher, it gets worse, even at this altitude. The heat's no longer as bad. And what's bad now is just the infrared rays from the sun. And those technically are getting worse because we're getting closer to the sun. I mean, not by that much, but still. So, trade one suffering for another. It's not as hot, but the infrared will still bake you. And now the ultraviolet's about to start to become a problem, so I need to put on my sunscreen. The thing is, at this, with all this sweat, I'm not sure the sunscreen's going to stick too well. I didn't want to put it at the bottom because it's like, look, with all this sweating, I would have sweat all my sunscreen off anyway, so it didn't make much point doing that either. This is tough. I should have turned back, and now you're like, I thought you were going to turn back. Are you an idiot? Yes, I am. But you get to see the idiot think like an idiot in real time. You got to see my feelings. Those were all honest feelings, where I thought I would turn back, and then the rain kind of offered me a little break, and it didn't feel so bad anymore. And that's when I'm like, okay, let's try a little more. Let's keep pushing. Thing is, somewhere at like the 3 or 4 mile mark, it's the point of no return. I can't go back down anymore. I have to keep going. Because now if I go back down, as I said, here, I don't know, I would have to estimate it's probably in the like 80. Down there, it's going to be 110 right now. With infrared. No, too much danger. People, actually the people who have died on this often have died on their way back down. Which sounds kind of silly because you're like, well, wait a minute. You still got more than... Actually, no, I am halfway to the whatever you call this, not the ranger station, oh yeah, I am halfway to the ranger station. The ranger station's at about 10 miles. I was going to say the actual, the notch, Grubbs Notch, that's right, it's called Grubbs Notch. Grubbs Notch is at about 9.5 miles. Ranger station's at about 10. So, I am halfway to those spots. And 1/4 of the way done. Ugh. I don't even want to think about that. If I do that, just discourages me. My water seems to be holding up. As a matter of fact, that probably means I'm not drinking it fast enough. So I need to start drinking it. I think I've drunk, let's see, this liter, and then 0.6 liters, and then I've been drinking from my 2 liter. So I probably drank about 2 liters. I should be, if I'm halfway there, I should be at 3 liters. So I'm 1 liter under what I should be drinking. It still feels like a desert. Just doesn't feel like a murderous desert. Like one that's going to definitely kill me. Like it felt down the bottom. But it does feel like if I don't beat the sun, if the sun catches me any further, it will kill me. So I have to keep going. I can't stop. Death is 1/4 mile behind me. Look, see the mountains in the distance. Oh, oh, I know I've got rocks in my head, but now I have no choice but to keep going. I think I have enough water. Now the only thing I have to do is this, which is don't push myself too hard, because I can still cramp up from pushing too hard. See, the temperature's not horrific up here, but what will get you here is the, like I said, the IR, the infrared. I'm feeling my temperature sensors and stuff. It's like, it says it's 107. That's just from the heat of the IR hitting. So that should give you an idea what it kind of feels like. The actual air temperature here, probably 80. But it's that IR that's what would have killed me down a couple thousand feet. At this altitude, I think it's 4,500 feet. Yeah, it'll get me, so I can't take a break too long. God, even my eyes are like bad. Okay, let me rest. Check out the bird on the tree. I thought I'd never reach this thing. Because I thought it was at 5 miles, but no, it's at 6.63 miles. Okay, let's keep going. I need to take it easy because I'm pushing too much. And if I push too much, I could just end up getting hurt. Oh, hello. Hello. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry about that. So, I mean, I have most of the day, at least. At least I'm not racing against the sunset like I am on the other hikes. So, that's a good thing. So, we have to just go a little slower. Okay. Oh, rescue box too. What does it have? Oh, that is just absolute horror. Empty bottles. That should be a crime. I have my stuff, but can you imagine somebody else who's like desperate for water? No. That's bad. That's gonna really hurt somebody. Oh well. Yeah, some people will be, well, you should have been prepared. You should have been prepared. Yes, but there's always things that can happen. It's still a dick move. You're not prepared is dumb, but somebody just leaving empty bottles, you know, somebody might be like, well, maybe they weren't empty. Sure, it's possible. Like, you mean they evaporated? Maybe. Okay, so we're almost at 7 miles. Which is a relief. And as I said, I do need to take it easy. I should probably be going at that other hiker's pace. As I said, yes, the infrared is really hard, but the intensity, I have to maintain intensity and not go too fast. You hear the cicadas? They get loud. I'm drinking one of these every mile, which is about what I should be drinking. $600 milliliters a mile for 10 miles to the ranger station will get me 6 liters. Drop the intensity, man. Okay. So at 7.79 miles, we have reached the flat rock, which means we are about to get seriously punished with like a 45-degree climb. Yeah, it's gonna be bad, and I think it's like for a whole mile. I'm super ultra tired already. Which way? That way. So this is what they call the flat rock. As you can see, it's this big. Must be like some sort of a basin where water washed through here. I don't know. Okay, let's get going. Whoa, somebody left a bunch of gummy bears. That's not good. Unless they're for some... I don't see why they would be good for a hiker though. But my brain isn't working too good right now. So... oof. So, oh yeah, pain. This is flavor country. What do we do when it's very elevated? We take our time. So at 8.3 miles, 6,640 gained, 240 descent. We reach the first pine trees. Oh. The rocks, though, are still very hot to the touch. Because, as I said, that infrared radiation. So I say because the wind here is probably, like I said, it's not that cold. It's not that hot anymore. It's probably in the high 70s. But the tiredness. And the infrared, fly, is still punishing. And it's not going to stop. There's a little bit of clouds. That helps, but very little. At least we're almost there. But then it feels forever. So close, yet so far away. The egg. Oh. God, it feels like it's 100 miles away. This last part is, it's no longer the temperature or even the sun. It's just the tiredness and the incline. This feels relentless. There's supposed to be some sort of traverse I didn't see it. The traverse was supposed to be a level for a few, like maybe a half mile, but I missed it. This has been non-stop elevation gain. I don't even want to look at the miles because it's just going to discourage me. I feel like I want to give up now. Like, screw this. I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. Oh my God. Level. Egg. Wow. Is this the traverse? I think it is. I will enjoy it because the last half mile will be another punishment. It will be the worst one if I remember. Okay. Look at this. I know we're not at the top, but this already feels like a victory. Grub as a notch. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even begin to tell you how tired I am. Oh, I just want this to be over. Oh. Oh. I'm sure I'm also very dehydrated, so maybe I'm just talking like an idiot. But good God, this was like nightmare level for this, and this thing's already a kick-ass. When I did it in November, I was busted up by the time I got there. This time, I'm at least twice as busted up. Oh. It's not even the water. I have about a half liter of water. I've been trying to keep myself... Oh, actually, it probably is the water too. So I've no doubt that the water is a big part. Oh, there we go. Because I'm sure that I'm very dehydrated. I'm just replenishing only a part of it with the 6 liters. Oh my God, but do you know what? What's funny is my body has been going uphill for so long that now that I'm on flat ground, it almost feels like I'm going downhill. It feels so easy. Just for a few minutes though. My legs are super tired, incredibly tired. Like I said, the heat just was pounding and pounding. It's not very hot here. The air on my face feels like it's about 70. But that sun has just been punishing me. Okay, let's head to the ranger station and get some more water and take another rest. Okay, so I just spoke with some rangers that were walking along the trail. The ranger station's about, like a quarter mile, a little more than a quarter mile behind me. So anyway, they were saying that considering how long it took me to get up here, my pace probably is going to be pretty slow anyway. So I might not get down. It might take me 7 hours to do the next 10 miles. That would be disappointing. But at the same time, rangers, they kind of know what they're talking about. They knew it took me a long time, longer than normal to get up here. So that worries me because the last tram gets out of here at 10 p.m. Right now, I think it's 3 p.m. So 7 hours, I will barely make it to the last tram. Anything goes wrong, and I won't. So he was suggesting a turnaround time of about 6 hours, of about 6 p.m. Worst case scenario, at least right now, it's not snowing. He was like, if you miss the tram, you'll probably end up sleeping in the bathroom of the ranger station. It'll suck. We'll see. Let's keep going. Brown Valley, 3.7 miles to San Jacinto Peak. Okay. Purify before drinking. Do all washing at campsite. Yes. Good idea. Oh. State Park Ranger. Just to give you an idea of how tired I am. I'm so tired. I haven't even put my earphones back on. Now, many of you may actually be like, well, you shouldn't even have them. Enjoy nature. Well, the thing is, for me, it is very unusual because I pretty much wear them all the time everywhere. And I know people criticize that, but to each his own. I like my music. I have multiple playlists. I've like 100 gigs of music, just of my own music. I got my Spotify and its playlists. So I have plenty of stuff. And partly also, I like to listen to my music because it helps me to distract myself from the pain. So maybe I will put the music back on in a bit because the pain and the tiredness is really getting to me. I'm not sure I'll be able to make it to the top. Okay. Okay, we're at Wellman Divide. 2.7 miles to go. May as well be 50. I so desperately want to just give up and turn around and take a little rest here. So I'm going to take a little rest. Will I turn around? Maybe. A little after Wellman Divide, we get the tree with the little door hole in it. So, haven't even put my thing back on yet. Hold on. There we go. Oh. Now instead of racing against the sun, I'm racing against the last tram. Now, I seem to be making good time. So, because as I said, all I need to do is make 40-minute miles, and I should make it. It's only 2.5 miles to go. I refilled with 3 liters, but I've been trying to rehydrate myself, so I've been drinking regularly, like every 5 minutes. So I expect that I will run out of water by the time I get up to San Jacinto. But if I made it there, it doesn't matter. I don't need water on the downhill. Well, maybe, but usually I don't. Remember that once we're heading downhill, my tiredness will go down a little, at least, because I'm going downhill. So, and thankfully, I don't expect I'll get too much dark. I might get dark on the last hour, but by then, most of that trail should be pretty tame. So it's pretty crazy and dumb to do this trail with so much heat. Yes. Will I conquer it? Maybe. Does that make it good? No. It's still crazy and dumb. And it's still a risk. So. But I can't begin to tell you how tired I am. I don't know how I'm powering my feet up. Yeah, I do. I'm not thinking about the distance. I'm still distracting myself. If I think anything right now, it discourages me. I'm just thinking about the next step. Not too big. Modest step. Take it easy. Nice and slow. Because we have already won. There's no need to lose your mind at this point and try to speed or do anything dangerous. We can take it nice and slow, since even nice and slow is painful. The way up this mountain, this last part, is always difficult. Besides the tiredness, there doesn't really appear to be an actual trail. There's traces of trails, but no actual trail. Whoa, that was hard. Even the flies are bumping into me and I don't care. I can feel them. Oh my God. Come on. You're so close. At this moment, I don't even think I'll be able to make it down. I feel like I'll be too tired to even go back down. The thing is, I know from experience that the downhill will not be as hard. And my energy, a certain percentage of it will come back. Oh, I'll still be tired. I'll be very tired. But not as bad as this. And so that's why I'm pretty confident that I will make it back down. Okay. This way. I need to remember this trail when I come back down, because coming down is just as dangerous. I shouldn't have looked at the top. When I look at the top, I get weaker. So don't look at the top. Ooh. Ooh. My legs are trembling. Oh my God. Here we are. Here we are at the top of the world. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't begin to tell you. Oh my God, so much struggle. Oh, I made it. I made it. I made it. Look, we made it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. 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 Oh God. Oh. Oh. This. Look at this. 15.5 miles. 10,658 feet. And look at me. I'm so dehydrated. I can't even produce tears. I could have died on that thing. You saw it. You saw it. But here I am. I know it's stupid. But look at us. We did it. Let me take a break. Oh, and excuse me for being... Oh, it's just, it overcame me. I couldn't even hold it. I couldn't even hold it back. It was like a wave. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I need to gather myself because also I cried so hard, my ribs feel like they're gonna cramp because of dehydration, so I better not cry anymore. Okay, I'll be right back. On our way down, we get to see the little hut. The emergency hut. One day I might need it. Thankfully not today. I hope not. No campfires. Huh. Emergency supplies. Well, the important thing is you got the little beds. Okay, let us get out of here. We are now definitely on crunch time. We have 3 hours to get to the tram, to reach the last tram. So right now, to recover my tired legs a little, so I gotta be careful. Like I said, I could literally break a leg just on the way back to the tram. So I still need to respect the rest of this hike. We are not yet completely done. We can make this, and I could make the 3 hours without endangering myself. Because I do know that if I get there early enough, I could even jog. And I think last time I made it in 2.5 hours. I'm not sure. But, so let's move. We're still trying to beat the dark. Dark is going to happen in about half an hour, so I'm also trying to get a little faster, but this last part here is very difficult to get any decent time. This is a little better. Yes. Okay. Here we are. Oh. There we go. Thank you. Oh. There we go. We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. Let's go. Okay, so now it's time to summarize the hike. And as most of you know, this hike was almost not supposed to happen. But what happened? Well, we kind of got lucky, I guess you could say. Lucky or crazy. Something happened. The sun, the rain, a little bit of cloudiness allowed me to use an excuse that maybe I could make it just another mile. So I went from mile 2 to mile 3, and it was still cloudy, and it felt like I could do it. So I went to mile 4, and then I just kept going. And again, as you see in the video, it's hard for me to stop, which is itself a dangerous thing to do. But I also did try to measure myself very carefully. Now, the sun itself still did a number on me. It was punishing all the way up. So I tell you this because, yes, this hike is death. The vast majority of you should not have tried. If you would have followed me along there, you probably could have died. As a matter of fact, I got to check up on that lady that you saw in the video where that we followed along, because I know one of the rangers actually went down to see her. Hopefully he was able to help her out. This is deadly. As a matter of fact, even though I felt a little lucky because I got the cloud cover that gave me a little bit of a chance, later on, as you saw in the video, I still had, I used the metaphor that death is about a half a mile behind me. Because if at any time I stopped, the sun would rise and it would punish me, and it just started messing. As a matter of fact, it has messed. Look at my eyes. Look at everything. I mean, look at how salty I am. I'm salty all over. That is how much the sun just did a number on me. It just absolutely wrecked me. It changed the entire game. It changed the way that the hike felt compared to other times that I've hiked this. The other times I felt it's tough. I mean, the Cactus to Clouds is always a tough hike. But in heat, oh, it is at least 2 to 3 times worse. It slowed me down dramatically. I'll show you some of the other times that I've done it so you can see how much slower I was. And that forced me to have to run on the way back down. But then, everything was like pushed up. I had to balance between all kinds of things. In the morning, I had to balance between death and and doing this. In the evening, I had to balance between missing the tram and injuring myself if I went too fast. So there was a lot of very careful, and yes, I paid attention to a lot of stuff. That's why normally my videos are even longer. This one isn't too long. Oh, well, yeah, you'll say, oh, it's very long. You've seen my other ones. Some of them are even longer, because I want to share with you that experience. So I recommend you look at how I went through it, especially my crazy ass when I slowly am deciding that I'm going to do this, either to criticize me and say, you know what, I'm not going to do what this guy does. Just remember one thing, even if you're going to criticize me, just remember, I have been doing this for a very long time. Not that hike, but just running. And, oh, heat adapted. Yes, I run in 90-degree temperatures, but I try to do it in the shade most of the time. Although there's been times, you've seen some of my other videos, I've done it right in the sun. I've done 100-degree runs, and that gives me a certain type of heat adaptation that most of you will not have. So there's a lot of preparation. I have no talent. I just prepare a lot. And that is one of the most important things that I do want to share with you, which is I'm not special. I just prepare a lot. And if I can do it, so can you. Maybe not with this, but with many other things similar to this. So don't forget to challenge yourselves.